If food waste were a country, as far as its greenhouse gas emissions, it would be the third largest emitter in the world of those greenhouse gas emissions. 1/3 of waste that we're producing, that's about $1 trillion in global value, and it's 8% of our global greenhouse gas emissions. Globally, it's 1/3 of our food going to waste, which is a staggering number. But if you translate that into a behavior, so imagine you go to the grocery store, you buy 3 bags of food, you walk out, and before you get to your car, you throw a bag in the garbage. And that sounds ridiculous. Like, none of us would do that, but that's exactly actually what we're doing throughout the entire supply chain globally. We have 1 in 10 food Americans that are Americans that are food insecure, and that number has only gotten worse with COVID and with inflation and rising food prices. So there's clearly this inefficiency in our supply chain if we can both be wasting 1/3 of our food and also having 1 in 10 people food insecure. And so that, to me, I think is the duality that we really need to fix. Date labels, just maybe starting there, these are a leading cause of food waste, both in homes and in grocery stores. I see a date on my yogurt, and if it's 3 days past that date, I get nervous and I throw it out. So that it's a huge driver of waste. It does not need to be. Almost all foods are safe to consume beyond these labels if they smell good, taste good, look good. With imperfectly looking produce, this is an interesting one because it truly is just aesthetic, right? This product tastes the same. This product is the same quality, nutritionally, for example, as other, better looking products. But it's a leading driver of waste on farms because we as consumers spend our dollars on the perfect looking food, and that drives these specifications that are set. So that is probably a harder one to shift. There's probably 2 different solutions in here that we model out. So one is just the date label standardization. So this is something we need to educate around. We need to first, I think, consolidate around a 2-label system, a quality and a safety date. Right now, we have dozens and dozens of different labels that drive confusion. And then we need to educate consumers about what they mean. The second, which I think is what you're referring to, we call markdown alert applications. So this is essentially a mobile app on my phone where my local grocery store or my local restaurant, when they're about to throw away food, either because it's approaching that date or it didn't get sold in traditional channels, they can post it for a discount and I can buy it, which is a really mutually beneficial system because for the business, again, they're not paying to dispose of food, instead they're selling it. And for me as a consumer, I'm saving money because I'm getting this product cheaper than maybe a traditional sales channel. So we do see companies that generate electricity out of food waste. We also see companies that turn it into things like bio-derived plastics. I think a very fun technology to think about is packaging that is made from food waste, which we're actually starting to see food packaged in food waste, essentially. I want to also emphasize that not all solutions have to be high tech, right? There are a lot of very low tech, just as impactful solutions that we can be adopting as well. We aren't waiting for some mysterious technology or unlock to make solving it possible. We actually have all of the tools and resources we need today to solve the problem.